Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about kidney beans, and I've got a little comparison of the canned kidney beans versus dried kidney beans. And just to start with, either way you go would be a great item to store in your pantry so that you have them when you need them. The canned variety, of course, would be very handy to have if you need some beans in a hurry and you don't have time to cook them from a dried state and so forth, soak them and all that. So they're handy to have. The only thing is you want to make sure that you rotate those canned varieties and you try to use them by the best by date for optimal flavor and nutritional value as well. The dried kidney beans are also great to have on hand all the time. So that you have them when you need them. If you're going to store them for any length of time, try to take them out of the original little thin plastic bags that they come in the grocery store and transfer them into either mason jars or mylar storage bags and get the air out of them if you possibly can. Also throw an oxygen absorber in either one of those containers first to help preserve those beans as long as possible. I would also label your container, either the bag or the jar, with the best by date that came on the bag. Now, if you're storing them with the air removed and the oxygen absorber in there, they'll keep longer than that best by date. But bear in mind, the longer you keep dried beans, the older they're going to get and the longer they're going to take to cook. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, if you want to have dried beans cooked, ready to go at all times, when it's convenient for you, soak them overnight, cook them the next day, maybe on a weekend or a day off, and then rinse them off, cool them down, put them in individual containers like storage freezer containers or freezer bags into reasonable portions that you intend to use at one time. Put them in the freezer and store them that way, and they'll keep for you very well. They'll be ready to use anytime you want. Now, I know there's people out there that want to know the nutritional difference between the two. I went online and I did a nutritional comparison on myfooddata.com and compared 1 cup of canned kidney beans versus 1 cup of cooked dried kidney beans. They were dried and cooked, and then 1 cup beyond that. Overall, both types were very close in their nutritional value when comparing calories, fat, carbohydrates, protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They really were very close and not a whole lot of difference, except there was one noteworthy difference between the two. The cooked, dried kidney beans had a much higher folate content. In other words, the 1 cup of cooked dried beans had 58% of the daily value of folate, whereas the kidney beans that were canned had a much lower folate content of only 18% of the daily value. That's 58% of the daily value versus 18% of the daily value of folate, with the cooked dried beans winning the prize there. So, if you're monitoring your folate content, maybe you're planning on having a child in the not too distant future, and you want to increase your folate intake to help prevent neural tube defects or birth defects in your coming family, you want to opt for the cooked dried kidney beans if you possibly can, and that will help to boost your folate intake. You also want to eat lots of greens as well and other foods that are high in folate. But between the two, cooked, canned, or cooked dried, your cooked dried beans will be higher in folate, but otherwise the two are very, very close in their nutritional value. I do hope this helps you out. Take care. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Bye for now.